Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the build. This is reaching the end of my build finally. I just have a little bit more things installed, cosmetic work, but basically this is the final, one of the final videos I'm ever going to make on actually building the van and showing it. So you know, it's time to start going out there camping and start using it and enjoying all my hard work. It was incredibly challenging and rewarding at the same time. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about my own skill to figure things out and build. I've never built anything like this ever in my life. You know, there's no instruction manual that comes with something like this. Just help from friends, advice, YouTube research, Google research, and I was able to just come up with my own creation, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. And it fits my wife and I just perfect for everything that we ever wanted in a van, to go out and cruise around and have some nice amenities, to be comfortable out in a very remote area. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm excited. I'm gonna show you guys, do a full tour here, and I'll try to explain everything as best I can. And you know, I appreciate all the other comments and subscriptions and people follow me along the way. You know, it was some challenging times. I had to reach out to some folks a few times to get some input, some advice, and anyway, just a lot of really helpful people out there, and this is just a great community, the whole van community in general, and off-grid type of folks who just enjoy a simpler life, and you know, off-grid and away from all the stresses of what a large city can bring you, I guess. But anyway, it's nice to I built something that where my wife and I, you know, we work full time, but where we can go on the weekends and decompress and enjoy nature. So this is it. So welcome to my van. And I don't really have a name for it officially, but I guess I'll call it Higuma. Higuma means bear. It's grizzly bear in Japan. And it's you know, not a lot of people know that there's actual grizzly bears here, but they migrate in northern Japan on the main island of Hokkaido, and they come across the ocean when it freezes in wintertime from Russia, from the Sakhalin Islands. Anyway, well, with that, I'm gonna go ahead, let's turn the camera around, and I'm gonna show you guys my van. So all right. All right, first things first, I guess we'll go ahead, talk about the shower here. I handmade the door here. There's no, I just literally bought these wooden slats. This is Japanese cedar. It smells great, and I only just glued them together with an industrial adhesive, and that's it. There is no nails anywhere in the door here. And I just stained it real nice with a waterproof staining, and that keeps it nice and waterproof for the shower. So I wanted the country ranch style look, so that's why I went with that. The antler here, I just cut it off here of the skull basically, and I drilled a hole through it on the back, and there's one screw that comes in through it on this side. But here's the shower. So I got corrugated aluminum sheeting in there. I bought the shower pan from Amazon. It is 28 by 32, so it's not very big. It's got a pop-up drain on the back, so I can close that so we don't get, you know, bugs and stuff crawling up the drain. And that's it. I just literally just tongue and groove slatted it, put in the shower. I'll get to that. And this toilet, we just removed the toilet since it's portable. Whenever we want to take a shower, that just comes right out. And then I still have to mount the soap tray, and I'll put that up there somewhere. But this is it. It's just enough size to get in there and, you know, take a shower and freshen up or use a bathroom in privacy. You can see I just used magnets, by the way. The door is just magneted on. There's nothing else holding it, and just that magnet right there. I didn't want to do a swing latch or anything like that where you're driving on the road and it somehow lock itself from hitting bumps, and then we can't open the door. And this is just a actual window screen sealant that I just glued on. It's all super glued on. And then I built the little shower, the wooden pan, just to come up off the floor there. And that's it. Super convenient. and it just locks in like that, and that's it. It just works great. Right here I got the lights, shower fan. Coming on up, I got tongue and groove cedar again, 12-volt LEDs, all the same lights, brushed nickel fixtures. It adds a nice touch to it. So right here I have a little this is the battery operated fireplace. It doesn't put off heat, it's just a flame effect for ambiance. This is a 100-volt sound Bluetooth soundbar, JBL. I got that from my bank, actually, from cashing in some credit card points. And I have a 110 outlet here, and I have a 100 volt or 110 volt power that I'll get to in a minute. Right there, got to be safe. That is a gas detector, carbon monoxide, dioxide, and other gas. So right here, I just added this. When you're coming into this area here, I got 100 volt power if we want to plug something in when we're out camping. I got full power here. This is my light switch. These are really nice. It's dimmer switches, so I'll just touch it down, the lights go down, the lights come back up, on, off. It's got a nice beep to it, and I like that just to save power. USB charger, dual right here, can charge 2 items at once. This thing actually puts out 2.4 volts, so it's pretty strong. You can charge larger things like an iPad or something pretty quickly. So I built all this, is handmade. Just the wood right here, I made another video where I built all the tabletops, and this just does like that, makes a table. All of this is just wood and epoxy and paints. This is not actual stone, although it looks really nice like stone. I just designed it that way. But it's waterproof, it's food grade epoxy, and it makes a great little table right here while we're sitting down on the bench and in the little kitchen area, or as a backup for if we're cooking something. So, and I just got latches right here, real simple. Pop them up, and then the whole thing just folds down, and that's it. And it just swings a little bit when driving, but it's pretty quiet and won't go anywhere. So that's it for that. I got a shoe storage in there. I got another storage. This is my super awesome little some bears in a boat, some coasters. They just kind of hang out there till we're camping. So I'm going to come on in. The floors are white pine. They're click type, just slats, and it's made in a company from Germany, so you know no one would probably ever be able to find this exact one, but there's similar ones. They're anywhere in any hardware store, anywhere, but waterproof, no maintenance required. Just wipe it with a wet towel. It looks really nice. You know, it's kind of a weathered pine or a birch, and and by the way, they smell amazing. It's kind of unique. But so coming on to the kitchen here, I got a this is weathered quartz real stone tile, peel and stick tile. Super easy to do. They come in like 6 inches wide by 2 feet long, so pretty good size for what you get in a pack. And you can order as many as you need from Amazon. And I also discuss this in another video, and I'll link those videos down in the description below about my you know, as I'm building the van. You guys can go back in my channel and see the kitchen build and find all this stuff. Camp chef stove, dual burner, works absolutely amazing. The oven, we made brownies in it, or cookies one time rather. Absolutely amazing. And this just folds up and hangs out right here. It's just propane can, screws in on the back. That's where I left some space right here. And it's actually bolted through the bottom of the feet, the rubber feet on it, so it's actually rubberized, so it's quiet. It has a little bit of shock absorption while driving, and then it's but it can't fall over. And yeah, that thing just works really amazing. So you can see my handles here, bears. So let me pull this up. Hold on for a second. Oops, hold on for a second. There we go. Okay, so this is my refrigerator cabinet. Slides out. The fridge is it does really well. It's got a battery right here where I can take out. I can operate it by battery power, and it'll last about probably 10 hours in reality, and it'll go all the way down to like 2 Celsius. It can keep frozen food frozen. It can even actually make ice if you needed it to. Full controls, USB here. Let me see here. There we go. Turn it on. It shows you LED display. You can totally control it. It's also Bluetooth, and it has a real LG compressor inside. It's super nice. So right now it's just on this little battery. It's actually on, but you can see the wire back there. I have the wire already pre-wired where I can just plug in right here. 12 volt power, and it even can take 100 volt power. And it can also take solar, a solar jack right here, just straight off the solar panels. So this thing is super cool. It's got wheels on it. It's got a slide pull-up handle. You can pull it around. It's real easy to remove it, and it's real light to deal with. But anyway, this thing is absolutely amazing. It works great, and it's just so nice to not have to buy ice and always have, you know, food that when we're out camping and it's really hot out, we can trust it that it's not going to spoil. I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down. But anyway, there, and then here. Okay, and that's it. So moving on to the kitchen right here, I have an Appaso fixture, pull down. You know, you can move stuff around. It's got a magnet on it, hot and cold. It's got great pressure. I like the aerator on it. And I have a nice, this was pretty expensive for the sink here, hand hammered pure copper sink. It's 21 by 17. So it's a little bit bigger than some sinks, than the one I actually wanted, but that one ended up selling out. So I went with this one, and honestly, I'm truly happy with it. I like the softness of it, the way the water doesn't splash up in here. And instead of the fixture coming behind the sink like most standard way, you know, obviously it would hit the wall here, so I couldn't do that. And it came with a nice soap pump, and that works great. So coming on right here, I got more just charge something lights. So, and again, I made all this right here handmade with just paint and epoxy. It just looks absolutely amazing. You know, I've had people that didn't know it was wood and were just like, oh wow, this, they just didn't know. So coming on under the sink here. So right here is going to be my little pull-out pantry, which I don't have spices in it or nothing. It's kind of like a junk storage right now. But that's just my little pull-out pantry for spices and things later. It's just a dead space right there, so I realized, hey, I can do something with that. I got some pots. Underneath there, I have a on-demand propane hot water heater. And here's my gray water tank, comes down. I can open it, close it. And it just drains through the floor of the vehicle when I need to, so I don't have to take it in and out to dump it, which is hugely convenient. Everything, as you can see, again, just magnets, super simple. And then you can see I cut a vent through the vent hole through the side of the van for the exhaust to go out. Again, super cool. My handles. And just handmade everything, and all this is glue. There's no nails in any of this. It's just glue, other than the hinges, of course, but all this stuff, I just glued it, and it's just enough. Underneath here is enough storage for a waste tank, and just some space for piping and plumbing and things for the sink. This is my slide out. This is what I call my whole kitchen cabinet right here. This thing has our bowls, plates, everything. I went with wood just to keep it simple. Super nice. It's a nice feel to it. I put a piece of foam down in the bottom there so it's soft and gives a great cushion. So you can kind of see in there. Later I'm going to put a panel right here and cover up the wires, but so like I said, I'm almost finished with it, but not quite. And this just hangs out right there. I was going to put in a door, but I realized since the table here for the kitchen needed to swing out, there wasn't much space for that. So actually with that, it's pretty tight down and it prevents this from falling out. So I just realized, hey, I don't need to do anything else with that. That's done. And a little bit more cosmetic work, like right here, I can put some felt on that and just glue it all the way down. So I'll go ahead and turn around here and we'll get down to the bench. So my bench right here, I discussed this in a previous video, as everything in here is. You guys can please check that out. Storage, super simple, holds everything I need. This is just foam on wood. As you can see right there, it doesn't look too good underneath, but it works exactly what I needed it. And this wood right here, and the way it fits in the wood slats right here, it sort of recesses down in, and it can't slide front, back, right, or left. So it ends up to be just a perfect super light. It's quiet, and there you go. It pops in there, and it doesn't move at all. And so so next we'll go ahead, more bare pools there. This is real deer antler again. So instead of having a swing out door right here taking up a whole bunch of space, I realized I'll just go for a pull out. So it's just magnets on and it pulls out, and then it gives me access under the bed to the garage area, which is super cool, super convenient. As you can see, I put some really strong bar magnets on it, so they're really super strong. And this is you see, I just let it go and it just pops right into there, so super convenient. Okay, so next we'll go ahead and get into the bed here. This pops down. Let me move this, pull this right here for a second. Let's get into the bed here for a second. This pops down. I got 500-pound rails, and this whole thing slides all the way out, and underneath I have a stanchion leg that swings down, and that's it. You can see right here, leg falls down, and it fits perfect. And this gives me a full 6 feet of bed, and it's 1 meter wide, which is 3 feet wide. It's perfect for 2 people to just lay down side by side. I know it is kind of L-shaped, but you know, that just gives me some more space back there on the back. Anyway, I'm gonna get some bedding made for this professionally and covered and foamed up later, and I'll just keep it underneath. So right now my wife and I just use a futon, Japanese futon. It fits perfect, it's comfortable, and we just double up some blankets right here in the gap so you don't feel it. And it's actually quite comfortable. We slept in here before and had no problems, and it's just big enough, and it's quiet, and it doesn't make noise, and it's really super sturdy. So pretty simple, nothing fancy. I just framed in some wood, did it all myself. Didn't take any real bit of effort. Like I said, my rails here, my rails are 500-pound rails. Those are really beefed up, and I didn't want something to, when you start bringing weight out this far out, you know, you need something really strong. So I just fold this up right here, and then I just push it in. Oh, hold on, it locked in. Oh, there we go. Fold it up, push it in, and then I just push it all the way till it locks in. There we go. And so now, moving on. This is just an extra storage thing. We got just, you know, trash bags and some kitchen supplies up there. Another antler. This is a book nook for my wife. She likes reading, especially when we're out camping and it's peaceful out in the woods and stuff. She got a couple books in there, but so I'll get to the info wall here in a minute. So the bed, if you guys notice, I got hinges here on both sides. Let me go ahead and move this for a second. I'll show you guys. So the bed is electric. I have a 330-pound actuator, and it just comes up. So, and it gives us a nice bench seat configuration. I'll just take it all the way up real quick. And that's it. It self-stops. And so now, you know, imagine if this part was pulled out, you're sitting like on a recliner, and it's just super comfortable. It's like the right angle. That took me a lot of time to get that right and figure that out, and I'll show you guys on the back here in a minute how I did that. But I just hit this switch right here, come on down, super convenient, and you know, and everything is, I can operate it from the bed, so that makes it real nice. So yeah, this certainly makes things a whole lot comfortable, just sitting here at night and just where you're not just laying down the whole time. And that's it. So, well, that's about it for the interior there, and it's got everything we need. So let's go ahead and move over to the garage area. All right, well, here's the garage area, looking at the from the back, and I'll start from here. Got a bidet sprayer just to wash stuff outside, 6-foot hose on it, works really well. I got 2 20-liter tanks here. I got a Seaflow 55 psi, Seaflow 42, works great for water pressure. It self siphons and holds pressure really well. Accumulator to keep the pressure going. So I have an accumulator there with 10 psi. These lights are on-off lights. They're also sensor lights, and they're also magnetic, so just pop them off. I can come around here and just stick it to the side of the vehicle like that, and then I have lights for camping underneath the canopy on this side. So pretty convenient, pretty cool, and they just hang out there. I'll put them on sensor when I need to, and it just illuminates this area really well. So I just unscrew the cap here with water, and I stick the hose down into it, and that's it. It just self siphons. I hit the switch right here on the blue switch on the left, and that starts to pump. It siphons. Once it hits 55 psi, it automatically shuts off. And this is my actuator here, room for storage for camping supplies. Got a camping table. I'm going to put an air conditioner in this area later. Well, it's just a small little portable. It's like for a tent. It's super small. And that'll be later, and I got to make some holes, so that's why some of the wiring is just not completed yet. It's just hanging out there for now. But I'm gonna have to do that, and you can see I got wires right here. I gotta make another outlet for the air conditioner. I have the wire made under here, as you can see. For it, I just have to buy it and go ahead and think about how I'm gonna install it. And I talk about all my electrical system here in another video, on my solar panel video. So 3000 watt Renogy, 40 amp Epever MPPT charge controller coming into a 300 amp hour lithium battery. I can isolate everything and can totally control everything from here for each component or all of it. 12 volt distribution panel. And I have you know, 400 watts of solar up there on the roof. And right here, remote on-off inverter, battery temperature and sensor indicator, bed, lights, pump, water pump, and water level gauge for this water level gauge here. USB charger, 100 volt power, light switch, and this is for my whole solar system. This is MT50. I can see everything going on. And this is another gas leak detector for propane, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. It does everything imaginable. So and this is it. I am just extremely proud of, I guess, what I did. So still have some more work to do. I want to put some Velcro around here and be able to drop a mesh screen down. I already have a mesh screen for the front door for later to keep the bugs out, and we can keep the door open. A little bit more cosmetic work up here on some of the felt lining that I want to do, but everything else is just holding up great, and I got no problems. And as you can see where I'm filming at, I am on this beautiful beach. It's always amazing, even though the weather's not that great. It's just calm and relaxing and just super awesome. And I also have remote control LEDs for the kitchen right here, light strip. Pretty amazing. I can change the color. This is really cool. This adds like the perfect ambiance to the van, with especially with the fireplace going at night, just the flame effect. It truly is really comfortable in here. Well, everybody, thanks again so much for all the support and comments and likes, shares, whatever, subscriptions. I sincerely appreciate everyone out there, and I'm glad you stuck with me through this build. I really appreciate that as well. So with that, thanks for hanging out with me, and this is my van, and I'm almost done with it, and can't wait to start heading out to the mountains and actually camping in it a lot. So that's lots of videos coming up this summer for it. So until then, I want you guys stay safe out there, take care of each other, and keep on